brother.
Yo, what's up, man?
Not much, man. Another close to the end of the week. One more day till Friday. I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
that's it, man.
Yeah,
Another weekend coming up.
we
Which
finally kicked Angel. No, I'm just
yeah, Angelo will be joining us shortly. He's been held up a little bit.
Yeah,
But yeah, here we are, man. I'm definitely looking forward to the weekend. Dude, the weather has been unbelievable, man.
dude, you know me. I'm a big window guy. We've had the window back slider open, man. It's been beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful out. Taking Nora for her walks, man. We do our family walks usually after work. We'll either have Starbucks, Dunkin', man, and she just loves it outside. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, I've always been a summer guy, man, but I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to fall football,
Hoodie
pumpkin
season,
picking,
man.
apple picking,
Yeah,
a hoodie.
yeah, yeah.
Pop, what's happening?
What's up, Pop? I actually scored a on Facebook Market today. I was searching around, but I told you I've been looking for one of those fire pits.
Yeah.
I got a nice big pro. I'll send you a picture later. I got a nice propane one on Facebook
Oh,
Market
nice.
for $40. The guy,
Oh, shit.
things in great shape, man. I just got to get a tank for it. And the guy said that his wife, I think, bought him like a new one for summertime, and this one was in his garage. It was kept up nice, little clean. He gave me the lava rocks with it. I can't wait to use
Awesome,
it, man.
man.
Yeah,
Wow, that's awesome.
yeah, good stuff.
What is this here? Okay, so there we go. That okay, yeah. So anyway, so Angelo will be joining us shortly.
Mhm.
A little bit of faulty advertising tonight. We're not doing a mock draft tonight. Am I the only one that didn't know that we were going to do a mock draft anyway?
We were talking about it. Honestly, I was going to say maybe we should wait a week anyways, because usually we have people join us for it. So,
Yeah,
if we give it another week, we can put up the link like the day before. And,
definitely.
whoever wants to join, we have 10 spots, obviously. So we're only taking up 3. And
Yeah.
let's get that practice in right before draft weekend, man. Let's do it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Draft weekend is right around the corner. I got
Yeah.
3 drafts that weekend, 2 the same day. I have to do yours, then I have one like 2 hours later.
Yeah, back to backs, man. It's back to back.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's gonna be Labor Day weekend is packed already, man. Here we go, and then that week, I mean Thursday night, there's football.
Yeah, I can't wait, man.
I think I've hit. Just drive safe, you schmuck. Stop worrying about it.
Yeah, we'll hold it down. Don't worry. We got this.
Yeah. So next week will be a busy week because we're gonna have probably a few guests on. I definitely see next week either we'll start the show maybe a little earlier, maybe start at 6:30, or I definitely see it running later than 8:00 if we're gonna start at 7. So, but we'll look, the 3 of us will get together, we'll brainstorm about that.
Yeah, definitely.
But all right, so for now it's just gonna be the 2 of us till Angelo hopefully gets home safely.
Yeah.
And so all right. I got a couple things. I got some news and notes to talk about. I got something else non-sports related to talk about that we're going to get into for a few minutes. And that's about it. So I'm going to kick us off, dude. All right?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
This is Sports of Ages.
Shout out Gator, man.
Yeah, man. Gator is the fucking man. He really is. I wish I knew how to just put videos together like that, man.
Man.
You know how long it would take me to do that?
Honestly, me too. I have no idea how to do that stuff.
Yeah, I would have no clue what the hell I'm doing, man.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we got some news and notes to go over. There's also something I wanted to just advertise about. So there's a woman, a girl I went to school with. Her name is Melanie Murphy. I believe her name was Melanie Smith when I went to school with her. But I guess that's her married name. She actually wrote and got published a novel. That is, I actually just got a copy. It's right here. It's called Sea of Whispers by Melanie Murphy. I just got my copy this week, and I'm looking forward to reading it, of course. I haven't seen or spoken to Melanie I've been out of school 26 years now. So it's been probably that long since I've seen her or spoke to her. So, and I also can't remember if she graduated in my class or the year after me. I don't remember. It's just too many years and too many Miller Lights ago. So I don't remember. Yeah. So, the book is sold on Amazon. It's sold. I'm sure there's some other areas also, which is why, again, it's not sports related, but we do like to help out whoever we can and like to get to promote people, especially someone from our hometown here of Levittown. So,
for sure, man.
If all goes well, Melanie will be on next week as a special guest, probably to start off our show. We'll kick it off with Melanie, get the background on this, where this idea came from. I had no idea she was even a writer. So I'm really looking forward to speaking with her. And, and again, anyone out there, go Google this, go to Amazon and pick up a copy of Sea of Whispers. And again, the author, Melanie Murphy, will be on our show most likely next week to discuss this book. And I'm looking forward to reading it.
I put my order in, man. I got to scoop a copy.
Absolutely. So I'm really looking forward to reading the book, and I'm looking forward to speaking with Melanie too. So yeah, more to come on that. So that being said, we have some news and notes to talk about. Nothing crazy going on in the world of sports. Seattle Mariners today fired their manager, Scott. Is it Servais? Scott Servais, I guess.
Servais, yeah, something
like that. Dan Wilson is their new manager. Dan Wilson was actually their catcher back in like the late 90s, I think.
Oh, really? No, I didn't know
that. What's wild about this whole thing is that, we're in August, right? Pat, what's happening, dude? We're in August. In the beginning of June, Seattle had a 10-game lead in their division.
Yeah.
They were 10 games up. So what happened between June, June, whatever the date may be in June, and August 22nd? I mean, holy shit, man. I mean,
it's a really bad streak.
Yeah. That's a pretty serious drop off there, man.
Yeah. I mean, you never know, man. Sometimes it's honestly really is just a bad streak. Sometimes it's internal stuff that we might not know about going
Without
on.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, man. I mean,
time for a new voice, I guess, right?
Especially in baseball, man. It's always, what have you done for me lately? So,
yep.
On to the next one.
That's it, man.
Another dinger, man, for Judge.
So the Yankees win 6-0 today, matinee against the Cleveland Guardians. Aaron Judge hit his 48th home run. He's on pace to hit 61 again.
Yeah.
Which, if he does, he'll be the third player in Major League history, other than Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa, to hit 60 plus more than once.
Wild.
Which is pretty fucking remarkable, especially being, we all know that those dudes were taking steroids. We all know.
Yeah,
come on,
for sure.
Again, I still think they should be in the Hall of Fame. That's a whole nother
yeah.
conversation for another night. But, for Judge to do it, it would be remarkable, because he'd be the only guy that you could say, as of right now, would not have that little asterisk that people want to put next to their names,
Yep, exactly.
Aaron Judge is the best player on the planet Earth. Yeah, I mean, look, Aaron Judge is the best baseball player in the world right now. It's as simple as that. There's no argument. It's the guy's being possessed right now.
I mean, that Judge Soto combo alone is gross, man. It's insane.
It's ridiculous. So another win for the Yanks, a 6-0 shutout. Excuse me. A trade today in the NFL. The Eagles acquired Jahan Dotson.
He's actually pretty good, man. He's not bad.
Yeah, they got Dotson and a 5th-round pick from Washington for a 3rd-round pick and 2 7th-round picks. So
if you're Washington trying to get picks, I mean, that's a solid deal for them.
It really is. Yeah.
I mean, just another weapon for the Eagles, though, man. This guy actually has, he's decent in the red zone. He's a big body. I mean,
yeah. It's not a bad pickup. I mean, again, and like you just said, Washington just got 3 draft picks out of it. I know they're late, but late means nothing in the NFL draft. You can get some incredible players late in the draft. So,
yeah.
Yeah, the Eagles are loaded, man. They got a loaded roster, which, again, we're gonna do some predictions on the divisions and all that tonight. So
Saquon with his sprains already.
yeah, Saquon has to leave practice early. He's banged up.
Oh man,
Get used to that, Philly. Washington trying to get value to trade for Ayuk, CD, or Higgins. CD would never happen. I don't think Dallas would ever trade CD Lamb to
No, I keep seeing reports too that deal's it's pretty close. It's apparently so with CD Lamb's agent, his deal is he likes getting short-term deals. So I think that's the problem. I think Dallas wants to lock him up long-term. This agent apparently likes to do 3-4 year deals. They're looking for 5 or 6. So I think they're okay on the money front. I think it's the length now, which is stupid. But I mean, from what I'm hearing, he should be good for week 1. That there's no reason they shouldn't get it done. So I'm glad to hear that at least. So
yeah, we'll see. I mean, look, losing CD Lamb would be ridiculous for Dallas right now. But
sure.
If for whatever reason it happened, it definitely gives him some money to play with for the near future. That's for sure, because he's going to cost a shitload. Did you see the rumor today about Jamar Chase?
Yeah,
they're talking 4 years, $160 million.
It's crazy. That's insane.
That's
oh my god. The guy's good. Don't get me wrong, but
look, he's one of the best. Yeah,
it's quarterback money, man.
That's quarterback money. Yeah, wide receivers. As talented as they are, as much as you do need them, as much as they help. I'm not going to devalue the position like you do a running back, like especially the way running backs have been devalued lately. However, I've seen a lot of teams win Super Bowls without a grand, big marquee name at wide receiver as well.
For sure, but it is the way the league is now. Is it's a pass-happy league, and the wide receivers are valued more than the running backs.
Absolutely.
And, look at what is it? Justin Jefferson got paid. I think he's in the 140s. St. Brown got paid. I don't think St. Brown's contract was as big, but
I don't think so either.
But you're looking at least 120 mil for a top tier wide receiver now. Which is insane. What's up, mate?
Yeah. How the hell do you spell? I'm on. Oh, there we go. Contract. So his contract is 4 years, 120, but it also includes a $16.5 million signing bonus.
Yeah,
and $77 million of it is guaranteed. So it's an average annual salary of $30 million.
Yeah, that's
Jesus.
I don't know, man. That's true.
No, look, the Chiefs just did it. Had a rookie.
They had Rice. They had Rice.
It's a great point.
But they also have Pat Mahomes to make it work.
Well, of course, yeah. Of course, yeah. Look at both Super Bowls where the Giants beat New England. Now, the first time, they had Plexico Burress. Plexico was a very good receiver.
Yeah.
They had Amani Toomer. They had
I love Amani Toomer. I hate the Giants, but Toomer is just
he was so solid. So solid.
Cowboy killer, man.
Ugh. Yeah, but think about it. The Giants didn't win either Super Bowls with a Hall of Fame wide receiver. Look at the Super Bowl in 2011. Victor Cruz, Hakeem Nicks, Mario Manningham. Come on, man.
Yeah.
So, big trade for the Birds today. Yeah, definitely. Anthony, to go to your point here, I think Ayuk is staying with San Fran. I think kind of like Dallas is with CD. I think they're right on the cusp of reaching a deal.
Yeah.
You agree, Steven?
Yeah, it's been like a weird disgruntled. I feel like it's like a, one of those big whip out your big D, you know what I mean? Kind of deals with each other. It's one of those kind of deals with each other at that point. But yeah, I think I saw another report kind of similar to the CD Lamb one where like McCaffrey and Debo were like, yeah, he'll be here week 1. Don't worry about it. We're not worried about it. It seems like it's going to get worked out. So
I don't think they are worried about it. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. For
the T Higgins that was interesting because I think he's going to play, but I can see him being maybe traded by the trade deadline though, Higgins.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah.
Because that seemed like it was a torn relationship there for sure. And he's being smart at least though. He's going to play and not lose money like these other guys are holding out. You're missing 50,000 what a practice or whatever it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
What up, dudes?
Thanks for
Even Park-
joining.
Did you even park the car? Or did you just roll out of it?
Dude, I didn't even park. I'm on the grass in neutral. Fuck. Dude, I mean, literally every single light. You couldn't make it up.
That's always
course,
the case,
man.
man. Yep, that's always
Fucking
the case.
William Floyd Parkway. I fucking, oh my God, horrible. Absolutely.
And that's like traffic lights every 50 feet.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
it was literally every
insane.
fucking 50. I swear to God, if I got stuck for the train, I probably would have just.
I was about to ask
I
you
would
that
have
if
risked
you
it.
got hit with
I would-
trains.
I would have just said fuck it. I would have just said fuck it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, here, what's going on, dudes?
Yeah, so I'm sure you heard what we've been talking about. So again, just the last thing before we go into some other, to wrap up news and notes here. The Giants and Jets aren't playing. Neither team's going to play their starters Saturday night. I'm not too surprised, to be honest with you.
Nah, me either. I kind of had a feeling. I definitely knew the Jets weren't going to do it. I had a feeling the Giants were going to follow suit.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. I mean,
It makes sense.
both quarterbacks were hurt last year. Why put them at risk? In the last meaningless fucking game of the preseason. It's a joke.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest reasons why we're not going to see either starting quarterback play.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Giants, if anything, I feel like I would have held off on Jones playing last week and probably played him this week, like the week before the season's going to start. Well,
usually that's what they do.
To the season,
Usually the last preseason game, they usually play like a quarter or something like that. And
Well,
that's it.
you know what? Before they switched to 3 games, historically, it's been usually, if anything, maybe a series the first game, maybe a half the second game, a lot the third game, and then no starters the fourth game because it's always been 4. They usually don't.
Yeah, that's how it
starters
should
last
be.
game.
Yeah, that's exactly how it should be. But now, since they don't do that fucking shit anymore, there's an extra game, which we've talked about this how many times now is.
Yeah.
On one hand, good. The other hand, it's like you just don't know what to think with it. The NFL's fucking greedy. It's a tough one, man.
Look, and Anthony, to your comment, obviously Daniel Jones looked like shit in the beginning of that preseason game. Yeah, he rebounded. I know it was against second string players, whatever. I mean, the thing is, I think it would be a different feeling by the Giants organization if they weren't playing a team like Minnesota week 1 at home. If they were like the Jets are, if the Giants were going into San Fran, the panic button would be fucking screaming right now. If the Giants were going, into Kansas City or something, home against Minnesota, Minnesota's defense is okay. It's not great. There's nothing, that stands out where like, holy shit, they're playing this monster top 10 defense here.
For sure.
I think it kind of calms the seas a little bit, man. You
still can't take it lightly though, man.
I was just gonna say, I think
you can't
that's a game if they take that
like that.
Take that lightly, man. That's a game you lose week 1 and right away panic hits.
Oh, look, if they come out in week 1, Jones has 2 picks. Say he has 1 touchdown, 2 picks. They lose the game 27-13.
That's a problem.
Forget it.
Yeah.
The fan base the next week is going to be 90% fucking Tommy DeVito jerseys. Okay, so
yeah, it's going to be.
This has got to be. This has got to be win or lose. It's got to be a very impressive performance, and it's going to better come down to the wire. I'll tell you that right now.
Definitely. At the very least, it has to come down to the wire, and Jones has to play good. The second this guy starts to play bad, I mean, the fans are going to go nuts. It's going to be bad.
I mean, it's going to happen though. Like nobody's perfect. Every quarterback's going to have their game, of course.
Yeah.
But I mean, this first game, especially for the Giants. I mean, if they end up losing and it's a competitive game, okay. But if they lose and he's the reason, like say he throws a pick 6 to lose the game or something, you can't have that.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Look, if they lose the game 28-24 and Jones threw 3 touchdowns, no picks, and 280 yards, okay, fine.
Fine.
Look good.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Right. The defense could have made a couple plays here and there. And then, you know what? No one's really panicking. Jones did his job. Fine. He comes out and has a horrible game week 1, and they lose to a mediocre Minnesota team. Let's face it. They're not a team that's expected to do anything this year.
No,
Subpar quarterback.
They could be bottom of the division here.
They could be the last place team in that division. It's got to be, it's got to be a competitive game. Look, if anything, you could make the argument the Giants have a more talented roster than Minnesota.
Oh, I think they do.
Right?
Actually,
it's close.
It's very close because I'm forgetting how good their offense really is.
Yeah,
their offense roster is really good outside of the quarterback position.
Yeah, Giants have a better defense.
They definitely have a better.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
but I think the Vikings have a better offense, so I think it balances it out a little bit.
I got faith in Jones so much. I'm putting money on Jones throwing interception in the first game. Yeah, look, I mean, who I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I really don't. And look, if Jones fucks up really early, look, we know if he has a bad game week 1, he's not getting benched for week 2. But if it comes down to the fact that after 3, 4, 5 weeks, it's clear cut that he is just completely lost, and that 1 year was a fluke. Well, then move on. Play Tommy DeVito the rest of the year. See what this kid can actually do behind a competent offensive line. Yeah. And at that, look, does anyone here realistically think Tommy DeVito is the future of the New York Giants? No. I don't. I certainly
you're not going to start Jones all year if it's the same shit you saw last year.
Nope. No way. So at that point, play DeVito. Drew Lock is going to come back at some point. Who gives a shit? He's not going in. I think they signed him into a 1-year deal anyway, so he's gone after this year regardless. But at that point, it's time to look for the future and they got to go get somebody else. I mean, yes, I totally agree, Pat. I would have had Tannehill here the second Drew Lock. Before he got to the sideline in that first preseason game, I would have been on the phone with Tannehill.
Yeah, I'm very shocked no one has signed this guy, to be honest with you. I mean, this is a decent veteran. I mean, you saw the situation dwindling there in Tennessee. I mean, look, everyone was fucking either hurt. Yep. I mean, they fired their head coach after 2 years ago being a couple games away from the Super Bowl. It was that situation went south fast. I don't really blame Tannehill for all of that. Granted, he started to suck towards the end, but I still don't think he's the worst option in the world whatsoever.
Nope.
No, not at all.
He's a good enough veteran where he'll get you some wins.
He's teetering that level of becoming into the Joe Flacco territory.
100%. I was just thinking of Flacco.
Honestly.
I really was.
All right, we need a guy. We need a stopgap guy for a couple of games. Okay, bring him in. If you're on the cusp of winning a playoff game, I don't know if he's the guy you want right now. I don't know. Although Tannehill has more in the tank right now, I think, that Flacco does. Though I mean, he's obviously younger and.
Yeah, but at least Flacco.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't see him not being on a roster. Tannehill, I think, will be on a roster by like week 4.
I think
someone's going to go down.
Someone will be hurt. Someone will be hurt. Definitely. There's always guys hurt. I mean, especially early in the year, you always get a random guy that you're just like, oh fuck, here we go again. Someone's down.
Yep.
You always
it happens every year, man.
Every year, the unexpected injury, the expected injury. Like you have a bunch of that shit.
Yeah, it's all over the place, man. Forget it.
Don't mind me if I'm not staring you guys down. Totally focused. I'm trying to get this shit uploaded to the stream here. I don't know why it's not working for me.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
I'm listening though. I'm listening.
So, anyway, that's all I had for news and notes. If you guys have anything else you want to throw in there, I mean, we talked. Angelo, I don't know what you missed. We talked the Mariners firing their manager. We talked the Eagles trade. There was a trade with the Seahawks today too. I forget who.
That I saw that one. That was like
linebacker for Carolina, right?
Yeah, that was like an average trade. It wasn't anything changing much for either team,
Right.
But talking the Mariners a little bit since I missed that. I'm not shocked by this, man. I mean, this is a team that, dude, they were fucking like. I want to say 11 or 12 games up in June in the division, and now they're losing.
So, yeah. I don't know what's going on there, man.
How the fuck?
That's one of the things I brought up. Like 10 games up is like huge, man.
Oh, what it was 10 games. Yeah, that's a lot of games to go down.
It was 10 games up in June 2 months ago.
That is nuts.
That should last you a while, man.
You would think, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking nuts, man. That's a big turnaround right there. Like that usually doesn't happen.
No.
Another note too. I think we're less than a month now away from preseason hockey. No.
Yeah, just
the first game's on the 21st, I think.
I can't even be excited for hockey yet. Football didn't even start.
I'm always excited.
I figured I would post about the trade.
Yeah, Bob Boucher was involved. 100%. It was two fucking heebie-jeebie nobodies. Fucking.
Oh my god. So anyway, I actually had to look up the spelling of Bobby Boucher just to post that. Yeah, so hockey, preseason hockey starts 1 month from today.
Yeah.
September 22nd. So,
Cool.
you know what's crazy? As obsessed with hockey as I am, I mean, we all are, right? I mean, you play 82 regular season games. I watch 82 regular season games.
100%. I watch every single Ranger game. If I'm around and I have access to the game, it'll be on.
Yeah, and unless I know that someone from the AHL who is important that I want to see play is playing, I might care less about preseason hockey than I do about preseason football.
That really
I just
doesn't.
cannot.
Yeah.
I can't sit there at 6 o'clock on a fucking Sunday and watch the Rangers play the Islanders and the goalie is fucking Jim Square from Toledo, Ohio. I don't know. It just doesn't interest me.
It's very different because hockey, regardless of the opportunity given, there's a 9 out of 10 chance a lot of the guys that are coming up in preseason hockey, it's just to get experience. They have zero shot of playing in the bigs unless there's a major injury. Football,
the season's tanking or something.
Yeah, football. You get to see guys that are seriously fighting for a job in the NFL, and not
trying to make
shot. Say they're playing on the Giants, and the guy that D lineman they have, right, the guy that's been playing pretty good. Say the Giants come out and say, you know what, we just don't have a roster spot for him. Dude, he's trying out for all the 31 other teams. Someone is going to pick a guy like that up.
If they release him tomorrow, he's going somewhere.
Yeah, film does not lie in football. You have a lot.
How crazy was that run, by the way?
Oh, it's stupid.
When he chased that dude down on the Texans, man, that was wild.
They are absolute freak athletes. It's
gotta love the effort, though, man. You love to see that.
Guy chased down a fucking running back, man.
Yeah.
It is super, super impressive, man. It really is.
He'll be on the So, that's the other thing. The Raiders named Gardner Minshew their starter.
I'm very shocked by it, honestly.
I don't know if I'm shocked. I mean, what are your other options? O'Connell?
I thought O'Connell was all right last year. I didn't think he was bad. I mean, they started winning games with the kid.
I thought he was okay.
I get it, though.
Yeah, you know what? Again, here's another team where they've added some stuff defensively. Raiders, I think, will be a tough team. I don't.
They have a really good roster, man. But
yeah, they have a pretty good roster. They do.
Dude, I mean, we're going to talk about record prediction in a little bit. Dude, I looked at their schedule. Dude, it is gruesome.
Yeah. Raiders have a brutal schedule.
I think they go into the bye playing the Chiefs, the Bengals, and the Bills.
Well, just their division alone is fucking tough, man.
It's brutal.
Those divisional games are always really tough. But this is one. Going into the bye, their schedule, the first 9 games are ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, look, you got to play the Chiefs twice. Right away.
Yeah, right away.
Yeah, of course. It's always tough.
You know what? I'm gonna run down Donna Moore. What's up, Mom?
What's up, Donna?
I get it. I don't know.
That's a different situation, Pat. You can't always count what he did last year, Minshew.
No, definitely not. But so here's the Raiders schedule, right? So they open up against the Chargers. I love those AFC West games, man. They're fucking
always so good.
They're always
they're always 4 o'clock games.
Yep, 4 o'clock games, and I
think that's why I like it so much, because you have so much more access to actually watch it. This is only 2 or 3 games on,
Then they got to go into Baltimore. Then they're home against the Panthers. That's a fucking win. Home against the Browns. That should be a win. The Browns, I think, are going to be terrible.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think the Browns doing anything this year. And I think what's his name is going to be on his way out.
Watson?
Watson. I think he's going to suck again. I really do.
I think he's going to suck, but I think the team around him is really good.
They paid him too much money. It's all guaranteed. They're not going
to. I just think I don't know. We'll get into that during the records. Then the Raiders got to go into Denver. I know Denver does not have a great roster. It's a divisional game. It's going to be a war. They're going to fucking kill each other. Home against the Steelers, not easy. In LA against the Rams, not easy.
No.
Home against the Chiefs, in Cincinnati, in Miami. Home against the Broncos, in Kansas City, in Tampa. Home against Atlanta. Home against the Jaguars, in New Orleans, and then home against the Chargers.
Dude, that could be an 8-win team, or that could be a 3-win team.
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck, I'm hoping they're a fucking 2-win team at the bye so they can trade us Devontae. Fuck that.
Right.
I hope they suck.
Yeah, if they have 6 wins at the bye, they're probably not trading it. They're going to be all in at that point.
Yeah, but I mean, look at what was their bye week after the first Kansas City game? Did you see, Mike?
Hold on, I'll tell you right now. Their bye was September 15th, 22nd, 29th, October 6th, October 13th, October 20th. After the Cincinnati game.
Dude, before that game, they could possibly go into the bye with 2 wins.
Yeah, for sure.
You said the Panthers, maybe
Chargers,
the Browns,
Ravens, Panthers, Browns, Broncos, Steelers, Rams, Chiefs, Bengals.
Dude, that's a gruesome schedule.
Games that are winnable. Look, every game's winnable, okay, but that's a much bigger picture. I think the Browns, winnable game. They're at home against Cleveland. I think it's a winnable game. Panthers,
Chargers, I would say.
They better beat the Panthers. Chargers is a winnable game. Again, division. Even Chiefs, okay? They're home.
Yeah, they beat them last year.
They beat them last year.
And they have a better team now.
We know the Chiefs are the champs and all, but the Raiders are definitely improved. We're going to see this year what AP is really made of as a head coach, too. Which
yeah, absolutely.
100% earned the spot. I mean, the Rams in LA. I mean, yeah,
that's a brutal schedule, man.
That could be like 2 or 3 wins, man, and then it's already on to next year because that division's just going to keep getting better.
Which I think they can too.
Oh yeah, definitely. In Miami, it's going to be hot. I don't know, man. I don't know. Raiders could be in trouble.
I'm seeing Pat's comment now. Last preseason game that Minshew played last week, he was awful.
Fuck preseason.
Yeah, but
Pat, don't worry about it.
Yeah, you could say that about a lot of guys. For guys that you know are going to play in this league, you can't automatically just shit on them after one game. Like I heard you guys talk before about Jones. Like Jones looked awful last week, but you're not going to use that one game to say, "Oh, that's it. He's done for the year."
No.
Like it's a preseason game. They're out there. They're trying new shit. The stats don't matter.
He hasn't played in a year.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out what they can do, what they can't do. Preseason's all about the film and seeing how the plays are breaking down. That's really all it's for.
And generally, the starters don't play for long. So Jones might have even played, a quarter, and then the wide receivers or whatever might have played a couple downs, and that's it. Yeah,
it's true.
Definitely.
All right, so the Raiders are in trouble.
Yeah, I think so, man. I think Devontae Adams is going to be a Jet. I think so.
It's possible. It's definitely possible.
I fucking hope so.
By the way, they just said on NFL Network that Dable said he's unsure about starters playing. He hasn't made a decision yet.
Oh, okay. I mean, again, I personally think they should play starters at least for a quarter.
Yeah. So you know what? This is like the first time in a while that I think the three of us, our teams are all in different areas of like where they are for this season, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Giants, we don't know what to fucking expect. Jets are built incredible. Excuse me, built incredibly well. Still don't know what to expect. Rodgers hasn't played in a year. Got to make sure, health is always a concern. Coaching was a huge red flag last year, right, with the Jets, so we got to see how that goes. Dallas is fucking Dallas, right? They're going to win 11, 12 games, then we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think we're in a situation, though, where if certain things go right, certain things don't go right for all three of our teams, we're all looking at new head coaches next year.
Oh, without a doubt.
Right?
Without a doubt. I think, God forbid, not here, a guy like Garrett Wilson or Rodgers goes down and this team starts to be in a really bad spot. I mean, Tyrod, we've said how many years in a row, even before the Giants, he's always going to be a pretty good backup, but you're not going to an AFC championship with Tyrod Taylor, man. This season.
No, and he gets hurt a lot too.
He's always fucking hurt, man. He's always getting fucking hit. Like,
yeah,
it's just it's a really tough situation there. Like a guy like that goes down, and then once again, it's look at the roster. We're a quarterback away, and Salah's gone. Yeah. That's it. You can't, regardless of what happens, if the Jets don't win at least a playoff game this year, Salah's gone.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah,
they have to.
If they make the playoffs and they lose in like the wild card round, he's out. That's
it. Oh yeah. Depending on the circumstances, if Rodgers goes down in the game, it's like. Then, of course, we're in this fucking sticky situation again, and it's brutal.
Of course, yeah.
I just hope that shit doesn't happen.
Where do you think you're at, Steven, with the Cowboys? I mean, what needs to happen for Mike McCarthy to be their coach next year?
They got to make it over I think they have to at least make it to the NFC Championship game, man. At
I would
least.
think so too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. I keep hearing these, like, of course they're all theories, but I keep hearing that, boys lose and they fire McCarthy, and then Jerry and Bill Belichick, man, they have the history, and
Yeah.
Belichick comes in. Eh, I mean, I don't know
So,
if I
so
would be
then you
opposed
or
to
I
it,
could
but
both have Belichick maybe as our coach next year,
yeah,
huh?
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
It's a real
No,
possibility.
yeah, it really is. I mean, this
is a
I don't
good
know.
point by Pat too, right? We could all be looking at new quarterbacks.
Yeah,
Oh,
and-
Look, if Rodgers goes, look again. Hopefully, he does not knock wood. If Rodgers goes down again with a bad injury, his career might be over. Simple as that.
Oh, he without a doubt,
Yeah.
he's done. He's
He's gonna be 41 in 3 months from now.
Yeah. If he goes down with another season ender, he'll retire. There's no point in coming back.
At that point, he'll just retire. He'll go into his cave and smoke hash or something for the rest of his life. Who the
Yeah.
fuck knows?
yeah. I mean, I'm
The
honestly
Cowboys
not-
QB situation is very, very interesting right now.
I'm not necessarily. I wouldn't necessarily be upset if we had a new quarterback, but it has to be the right situation. We can't ditch Dak or trade him somewhere and have a Drew Lock for 2 years. Like, that's not
Right,
gonna
and
work.
bring in Gardner Minshew next
We
year.
can't.
Right.
We can't do
Yeah.
that. There has
Yeah.
to be a plan. You have to have
The way that the NFL works, unless if your name isn't the Green Bay Packers, man, there's a very very slight chance you have a guy that's going to come in and give you what Dak has given you.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, like, I don't know, man. I'd like to think it's not just Dak's choking in the big game, and the coaching is. I don't know. At least from my opinion, if you really look at those playoff games, we completely change our
It's every season.
team.
It's
We
every
have
season.
we 2 weeks before the playoffs, we put up 30, 40 points a game, and then we start doing these stupid runs where Ezekiel Elliott's our center.
Yeah.
They change all this crap that
That
doesn't
was
work.
wild. I still don't understand.
I'm
Like,
telling you, it's
I don't-
every year for
just
the
don't
last 3
understand,
years
man.
with them. I don't get it.
They stopped doing what
But
works.
this was also a problem when
And they
Dak was there prior to McCarthy.
Yeah, no, but that's
And
what I
that's
mean,
not
though.
saying
Like,
it was Dak. I'm saying it's the same thing where,
I
like,
don't-
who was there before McCarthy? It was Garrett.
it was Coach Clapp. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come playoff time, the same thing would happen. Though it's like, holy shit, why all of a sudden did they throw 52 times today?
But
Like-
to me, that tells me that I think Jerry Jones is calling the fucking shots.
I was just
man.
going to say,
He's going to say,
what
this
is the
what we have to do.
one? Yep. What
It's
is
the
the
one
He's a
one?
common denominator.
It's the one
The
consistent.
one common
man.
denominator. It's Jerry
You know?
Jones. The
I mean,
guy
he's
is a
not-
great owner. He wants to win, but he is way too involved, man.
He's
Way
too
too
involved,
involved.
man. And that's not going to change until, unfortunately, he passes or his idiot son's going to take over. And we're probably going to have the same issue with his idiot son. I mean,
He's way
I
too
don't know,
involved. man. He runs
Either
the
that
team
or
like
maybe
a-
his son
like a
is like-
circus.
Maybe his son's sitting back like, Dad,
you're killing me.
just let
Yeah.
me fucking handle it. I mean, even the last few times you see Jerry Jones talk, man, he's starting to sound a little like fucking Joe Biden. I mean, he's starting to sound a little out
Yeah.
there. Man.
He's up there, man. I mean, I
Getting a little
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
No.
I'm kind of good either way, I guess. I like Dak. He's an easy guy to root for. He has great regular season stats, but playoffs, man, is just a disaster every year.
now,
It's
do you have a
an
Dak jersey?
overall team disaster. I really
It
think
is,
so.
yeah, no, for sure. I mean,
Do you have a Dak jersey?
I do. I do. Yes.
Now, if next year he's wearing a Giants uniform, are you burning that jersey?
No, I'm just not going to wear it. It's going to sit in the closet.
Fair enough. I wouldn't burn it either because I think if he's a Giant, I don't think it's his fault if he's a Giant.
Well, again, we got 2 weeks, boys. Opening night. Well, I'll do it opening day, I guess. I'm burning that Saquon jersey live on here, man. I
You
got
should
that
do it when the
Fire
Giants
Pit-
play the Eagles.
Yeah, should I wait for that game?
Yeah, that's a good game to do it, man, for sure.
All right, hold on.
Especially if he torches you guys.
I don't even know. Well, he might be out hurt. So,
You better hope so, because I think he's going to try and light you guys up, man.
Oh yeah.
let's see. When
Especially the
first
one at
game?
MetLife.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Okay, so that would be October 20th in MetLife, Giants Eagles. You guys want to go?
Tickets probably at least $200.
Wait, when is it?
At least.
October 20th, 1:00.
I probably can't afford to go. This birthday party is killing me.
I'm
Do you
telling you,
guys prefer when
I
your
bet the
team
tickets
is
are
on-
probably close to 200.
they're probably Saquon's return is going to be pricey for sure.
What's your guys' favorite time for your team to be playing on a Sunday?
1:00.
1:00, right? I love the
I-
1:00 game.
And I feel like I get jerked all the time because we get the primetime games all the time because they're the Cowboys and they're the 8:20 Sunday night game. I get it all the
Yep.
time.
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, it don't really matter to me. I like all of it. I love Sunday night though. I love
I
Sunday night.
hate Sunday night football. I hate it.
Especially with the kids.
I want them to get rid
I'm
of.
not making
I hope
that.
I wish
No
they
way.
would get rid of the Sunday night game.
Oh no, I love Sunday
I'd rather a Friday night game instead of a Sunday night game, honestly.
Yeah,
Give me a
Sunday
Friday
night.
night game,
I've been
man.
watching football since 9:30 in the morning when they're in fucking London.
You're done.
By 7:00,
Yeah.
I'm done, man. I want to sit, maybe watch a movie with the wife, and go to sleep. Like I'm
Yeah.
done watching football. I'm done with it.
I don't generally even make the end of those games. I wake up in the middle of the night to see what the score was, get disappointed, and go back to sleep.
Yeah. So for top tier, it would be the top level in MetLife. Cheapest ticket, Giants Eagles, is $130 a ticket right now.
That's actually not terrible for
All right,
all the way up.
that's not bad.
Yeah, I just wonder if it's frowned upon to burn a jersey in the parking lot at MetLife. So I'll have to watch it from my home that day.
No, it's happened before. I've watched it at Jet tailgates.
Yeah.
I've definitely watched it.
Yeah, Pat, I like it too, man. You know what I hate? When it's a Sunday afternoon, games are on, and it's like 75 and sunny out. I feel like I'm
know.
wasting a fucking day.
'Cause
Like
you're stuck. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
want it
sure.
to be
feel you.
rainy, cold,
Hold on,
you
I
know,
gotta
a
fix my
little
camera.
damp.
That's when you
Angela's
got to.
No, I'm still here. I'm fixing my fucking camera. It's blurry as hell. I didn't want to wipe it while I'm still in there.
Oh, okay, okay, got it.
Trying to
when you
clean it
gotta
off
get
so you
the,
can see me a little bit.
You get the crock pot chili going or something that day.
Yeah, you know,
Fuck it
like
up since 8:00 in the morning.
Oh, chili
it's
is
the
so good.
best.
Fuck.
cold, windy,
best.
and gray, man. That's a football Sunday, man.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be nice out.
Yeah.
Let it be beautiful on Saturday, and then clouds roll in Saturday night. You know.
18-pack of beer. You're good to go.
All right, you guys want to do our division rankings here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's start it off, man. Let's get this shit going.
Absolutely, ma. Crappy weather on a Sunday, man. That's the way to do it.
Mhm.
All right, so let's pull this up, boys. We'll start here with the AFC North. AFC
Wow.
North.
You guys
We'll
put a
start-
lot of faith in Baltimore, man. 13-4.
Uh,
Oh yeah, I think they only got better.
yeah, I don't know, man. I think they just the same thing with them. They're like a regular season team where they just rattle off wins, man. Especially adding Derrick Henry. That's going to solve a lot of their goal line,
Yeah.
touchdown problems. So
O-line got a little worse, but their defense got better. The running back situation got even better. It takes a little more pressure off Lamar and the receivers. I think they're gonna be really fucking good again. I like where you got the Bengals though, Mike. I like them at 11-6 as well. Steven's got them 10-7 here. I think the Bengals are gonna be really fucking good, man. It just they struggle. They have a lot of struggles during the regular season, but once Burrow gets in the playoffs, it's another animal, man. The guy just knows how to fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
He's
Burrow stays
phenomenal.
healthy, and would anyone be shocked if they wind up in the Super Bowl, for Christ's sake? I
No.
mean,
No,
Nope.
without a
That's
doubt.
just that
They
good.
can beat anyone.
So,
8
Pat,
and
you have
9.
the Steelers at 8-9, which, again, I could see it, but I don't know. I just don't see Tomlin getting that losing season, man. I don't see it.
It's gonna be tough because they have a really tough schedule as well this year. Just
That's why-
the division alone is 6 tough games for them.
Yeah,
They
that's
don't
why
have an easy game in the division.
I gave them the 9-8. I couldn't give them the losing season either.
No way.
Yeah, me too. That's exactly why I have them at 9-8 too. I couldn't give them the losing. I gave them 9-8. They'll probably honestly with how good the AFC is going to be this year. I think they miss playoffs.
Yeah.
And I think after this season, if the Steelers don't make the playoffs, I think this is when you start looking at like a possible Tomlin replacement and a rebuild of the team. I really
Maybe.
do.
Which at that point, it's not because Tomlin can't coach.
No, it's
Right.
just the ship has sailed. The ship has
I'll
sailed.
tell you right now, if the Giants come to a decision that they're going to fire Brian Dable, give me Mike Tomlin any day of the fucking week, man. Are you kidding me?
I've seen a lot of stuff where if Tomlin, like the day comes where he's done with the Steelers, he would just call it quits. He don't want to coach anywhere else.
That could be too.
I could see that. for
Bill
sure.
Cowher
could
did it,
definitely
right?
see it.
Bill Cowher
Yeah.
just left, man. He's done.
Yep.
Yeah.
I could definitely.
You know what's
see it.
crazy too? I want to. I'm going to pull this up for next week. We'll do this next week. A lot of people have said that when you have Mike Tomlin, you have Bill Cowher. Oh, Tomlin by leaps and bounds, right? He's the better guy. If you look at their win-loss record, championship, the whole deal, they're almost identical.
Yeah, they're almost identical.
almost friggin' identical, man. So I'm not going to go out there and say that Mike Tomlin was, that he's a better head coach than Bill Cowher was. I don't know if I'm ready to say that yet.
If anything, I would say Cowher has a little bit of a slide to be higher because Tomlin, I think through the majority of their coaching careers, Tomlin's had a better team. Every single year, their roster has been really, really loaded, man.
Cowher had some teams.
Cowher had some, yeah.
No, they had teams too, but dude, every single year, their roster was really, really good throughout the year.
Who was Cowher's quarterback for most of the tenure? Because he had Big Ben, right? At one point,
he had Big Ben for like his first 2 or 3 years.
He had Cordell Stewart, no?
Stewart.
Oh, yep. He had Flash or Slash. What do they call him? Slash? I don't know.
Some shit like that.
I'm trying to think who else. Cordell Stewart.
Pat, help us out, man. Who else was the quarterbacks during his era? You know what? You might be right, though, because especially at the quarterback position. I mean, Tomlin had a first ballot Hall of Famer for the majority of his tenure.
That's what I'm saying. And just look at some of the guys that were on the roster with these guys. I mean,
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown. He had Le'Veon Bell. He had Martavius Bryant before he went off the deep. Who the fuck else did they have? Who's the tight end they had?
Harrison. Heath Miller.
Heath Miller. They had fucking Palomalu. They had fucking
Cowher had Palomalu too, though. I think right. Cowher started with Palomalu.
They had Ryan Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you, man. They had some dogs, man. They had really good rosters.
Cowher had like Hines Ward, right? Hines Ward was
Ward was with I think Tomlin as well, though.
And Plaxico
to the beginning.
Plaxico Burress.
Yeah, Plaxico was with
Antoine Randall.
Randall.
Yeah, Randall. Dude, they had fucking guys, bro.
Yeah.
Randall who could throw like a quarterback too. Yeah.
That's
and he had Jerome Bettis, man, the bus.
Oh, the bus. He was phenomenal.
How do you can't stop that guy, man.
So maybe we'll put up a post during the week. We'll start a poll. Let's start a poll, man, for Cowher versus Tomlin.
I'm on it. Yeah,
it's a good one. It's definitely a good one.
Yeah, I'll take either one. You know?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
So,
all right. So there's our AFC North.
Yeah, relatively close, man. I got him second. Steven's got the Bengals third. You got him.
Steven's got the Browns way above us there, Angelo.
You know what it is? The records are so close.
Yeah.
I mean, more for me and Steven. I know you have the Browns on a little bit of a downside. I think their roster is just. I mean, I honestly, outside of Watson, I think they have a top 10 roster in football. But I just don't know if Watson's good enough to win them 10 games and make the playoffs. I just don't think so.
Especially when Nick Chubb comes back. Like when you have Nick Chubb back too. And that kid Ford's
not
a
loaded roster, man.
It's not a bad team, man. It's really not.
No, they have Jerry Jeudy. They just traded for Jeudy, who's going to be like a wide receiver 3 option. Yeah. They still have Cooper. Njoku's a really good tight end. They locked up basically an all-pro offensive line. The defense is fucking loaded. They have a really good roster, man.
Who's backing up Watson?
Brissett.
No, Brissett went to New England.
Yeah.
Oh, not Brissett. Winston, rather.
Oh, right. They brought in Jameis Winston. Okay. Okay.
They're like the same fucking guy.
I didn't even know that. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, look, Watson, I think, is a little bit better than Winston, but you know what? I mean, Watson better have a big fucking year, man. Or
would you be shocked if Winston's playing by week 6 because Watson's either hurt or sucks? No.
Would not shock me one bit.
Sanders was good with the Steelers, though.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Sanders was really fucking good.
And the Steelers about him confused with Peyton Manning, right? I mean, because in Denver, wasn't he there with Peyton?
With Peyton, Demaryius Thomas.
But that's right. He was on the
Julius Thomas.
Eric Decker. Yeah.
I think Sanders might have had a Super Bowl with both of those teams, if I'm being honest.
He might have, actually. Now that I think about it, I think you're right.
I think he was with both of them. He was definitely with the Broncos. I don't know if he was with the Steelers one, though. There might have been 2 before him.
All right, what's our next division?
AFC South. All right, relatively.
Holy close. Shit, we're almost identical.
Yeah, almost identical, man. I got. I think it's safe to say we're all pretty high on Houston. I kind of like your 11-6 there, Mike. I was going to give them 11 wins. I feel like they'll squeak out at 12. They're going to be good. I think the Texans are going to be a really good regular season team. I don't think they come out and win playoff game this year, though.
It's just not. They're too inexperienced.
It's too new. They're too inexperienced. Yeah. I think
the highs last year's, they're gonna level off a little bit.
I think it's gonna be similar to what we saw with the Eagles after Hurts had his first really good year. I don't think Stroud is gonna come out and be bad this year, but I think the team is gonna. I just don't think they're gonna be as good as like hyped up and is expected like towards the end of the year to be as good. So I think I think they'll be really good, but I don't see anyone in this division coming out and winning many playoff games.
I saw some people giving the Texans 13 and 14 wins, and I was like, whoa. Hold on now. Hold on.
Steven's got them at 13 here.
I got them at 13.
The team's very talented, and they're very well coached. But
they have a tough schedule as well.
I think they're going to level off a little bit.
They do, but for me, I think Stroud just improves on last year. He's got a little more experience under his belt now.
He's incredible.
Think he's gonna ball out, man.
He has an even better roster. They should be really good. But again, I think they'll see their struggles. The Texans have been a team. Even when they had good rosters with Watson and D-Hop and all those guys, they'll lose games that they shouldn't lose. That's just how the Texans have been, even with competitive rosters. Pat has the Jags with a top 7 pick. I think that's fucking crazy, Pat.
I think the Jags are going to have a big decision to make if they have a rough year on the quarterback. I know he got paid. I know.
They're not touching him. There's no way.
He got paid, man. He's not going.
He got paid this offseason. He has at least the next 2 years. There's no way they do anything with him. No chance. That's just how the NFL works. They gave him too much money to quit on him after 1 year. He'd have to be like Jamarcus Russell bad for them to even think about it. I think
for sure.
It'd be epically bad. Yeah.
Yeah. He'd have to come out
unless you have a team that comes in, like say hypothetically, right? Say the Jets go on and things don't work out, whatever, they maybe win a playoff game, Aaron Rodgers fucking retires, but they're like, hey man, we still got a roster, maybe we got to trade a couple of pieces here and some draft picks. Boom, they go get Trevor Lawrence. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just throwing a team at them, because a team that's got an aging quarterback that needs to eventually move on. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, that money that they gave him, he's probably not going anywhere.
Yeah, I can't see him giving anything away. I don't see them even having a top 15 pick, if I'm being honest with you, Pat.
I don't either. I got them winning 10 games, just like the rest of you. I mean,
at least 10
12.
Games. Yeah, I think they're a 10-win team easily. I mean, I think they can win one less or maybe 2 more. Yeah, but you know what, Pat? Their roster's been good for the last 3 years, and they find a way to fuck it up. Look what they've had, man. They had a great roster 2 years ago, and they traded everyone away, or everyone got hurt, or Tannehill sucked, and then now they have Levis. You don't know what Levis is. They just have a lot of question marks, and they have a lot of guys that are fucking old, man. Look, they just signed Jamal Adams, and that's going to be a starter for them. You can't rely on Jamal Adams.
No, I think Levis will be fine. I think he's going to be fine.
I think he's going to be a middle of the pack quarterback. I think he's
going to be a good quarterback. I think he's going to be good.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be bad at all. He towards the end of the season, he looked pretty decent. I just don't. This isn't going to be a guy that cracks the top 15 and has the Titans rolling. I just don't see that.
I have them flip-flopped as far as the Colts and Titans from you guys, just because the Colts, you're going to get Richardson back, and we all know that he's going to be a phenomenal player, right?
Yeah.
I'm not that impressed with the rest of their roster overall. I think they have some building to do, and obviously it's going to be around him. I think he'll get them as far as he can go, but I just think I think the Colts got another year before they're going to make that jump into the winning record category.
What the hell could I possibly be hating on? This isn't even my division.
I think Richardson's good enough to get them over the hump with those couple extra. Like he could steal you a couple games to get you into the.
Could definitely, yeah, absolutely.
I honestly like their roster, man. I think they got another wide receiver. You still have Jonathan Taylor with Michael Pittman. They got Josh Downs. They still have a pretty good offensive line. The defense was honestly, I mean, the best part of their team last year. So you'd think they'd come back out and be pretty decent. Again, this division, I just don't see anyone making real noise. I think they'll all be competitive, but come the end of January, I don't see any of them really doing much.
No, and I think, again, I have the Jaguars down winning 10 games, but I think this division is the Texans to lose by a landslide.
Oh, it should be, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. But again, the Texans have a tough fucking schedule, man. They got to play a lot of good defenses.
As they should. They had a really good year last year, man. They should have a tough schedule.
100%. So that's that one. We get into the East here. Fuck, man. I'm so fucking blind. I can't even read the blue.
Yeah, it's an interesting color with those Dolphins there.
I had to go. I tried to use all their colors, but I didn't think it would look this fucking. I'm looking at it. You got to think I'm looking at it on the screen when it's this big. Now it's here for me.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Shit.
Yeah.
Same with the Steelers before. I'm like, oh, fuck. All right. So, I mean, this is relatively the same as well. Mike, you just got the Jets and Dolphins switch. I think we can all agree the Patriots are going to be a fucking dumpster fire this year.
Yeah, I was being very generous. The only reason I gave him 6 wins because I think Brissett will be the quarterback by week 1.
Yeah, I think if you gave them fucking just about anybody right now, I think they're going to be a really bad team. The roster is fucking horrible.
Brand new
They
head
stink.
coach.
They stink. Yeah.
Without a doubt. I still think the Bills, I know the Bills lost a lot. I still think they'll be relevant towards the end, man. I think they will miss the playoffs, but
no, Pat, I think you're totally wrong.
You know what, Pat? I wouldn't be shocked if you are right, though, because they still have one of the best quarterbacks in football, man.
They do.
When it comes down to it in divisions like this, he wins divisional games every single year. Like if he loses one a year, that's 5 wins alone. Like they'll still
they have some major home field advantage.
Oh, especially when you come down in November, December, it's almost a guaranteed win depending on who they're playing.
Yep.
You go to Buffalo, you almost expect to lose that game.
Yeah, and look, my thing with the Jets winning 10 games instead of 11 or 12. First off, the Jets got to open the season in San Fran. That is not. I don't care how good your roster is. That is a tough fucking game. That's a tough place to play.
Without a doubt.
So I think the Jets have a tough schedule, man. Their division alone, we just named it. The Dolphins, the Bills. I mean, the division alone is a very tough division. The Jets, roster-wise, probably have the best roster in that division.
I definitely think so, yeah.
Yeah, but I think some of those divisional games will, they're going to lose a game here or there. I mean, I think it's going to be tough. I think the AFC East is very tough. If the Patriots had even a smidge of talent on this fucking roster, I mean, this would arguably be the best division in football. The Patriots are just such a shit show right now. I bet you right now, though, if you're a Pats fan, you're happy, right? Because tickets for games got to be real cheap this year compared to the last few years.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But I'll put it this way. Dolphins, Jets, Bills, if any 3 of them were in different orders, I would be like, okay, yeah, I get it.
I think it's going to be very competitive, man. Again, not even just being a homer Jets, I think the roster is really good, man. And I think, like you brought up the week 1 game here, Mike, I think, of course, teams like the Jets, Giants, Dallas, the second they have an issue, they get fucking shit on by every person possible in the media. It's the talk of the town. Reddick decided he wanted to request a trade 2 weeks ago, and it's still on fucking ESPN in the morning.
Yeah.
49ers don't have their starting left tackle, who is probably the best in the league. Ayuk isn't there. McCaffrey isn't practicing right now. Dre Greenlaw is out for the year. Hufanga is coming back off of an ACL tear. They have a lot of fucking question marks as well.
Yeah.
That's a lot of their key players that are either not there or are hurt. There's a lot of teams. Again, this is just a team. They won't get the same fucking talk. Just like, if the Chiefs had a lot of injuries right now, no one would talk about it because they still have Mahomes. Like, there's just certain teams that you don't hear about daily, like the Jets and Giants and Cowboys. They get clowned every possibility. Every time it's possible, you hear shit when something's going bad for one of our 3 teams. So sure. I think their schedule starts hard with San Fran, but going throughout the rest of the schedule, they have a lot of games in their favor. I think they're only favored against 2 games all year. And like betting wise, 1 in Buffalo and 1 at San Fran. Every other game, they're the favorites to win. Both games against Miami, home against the Bills, home against the Texans. They're favorite to win all those games. And I think they should be. They have the roster to do it, man. Health, again, knock on wood, is a concern for everybody right now. If Rodgers stays upright, I don't think there's no reason why they can't win 4 or 5 more games than they did last year with that with Tim fucking Boyle, man. There's just no fucking way.
And the Zach attack.
There's just no fucking way. I can't. This team is better. This team is better than it was a year ago.
I mean, Zach Wilson lost out to a guy who's been practicing in the NFL for 4 weeks. He couldn't win the starting job.
He's not even going to be on the roster, man.
Bo Nix looks good, man.
Bo Nix is going to be fucking good, man. I think Sean Payton tricked the league. He let him fall to him at 12 and said, "Thank you very much." I don't care that he's 25. I'm going to fucking groom him in one offseason. He's going to come out.
I saw a post. There's this fucking page. You guys have seen this page, the New York 366 Sports. Page.
Yep.
Do you know that the guy that I don't know which one of the guys from this page, but these guys are look, I follow them, and I hope they follow us. But these guys sometimes are fucking idiots, okay?
Right.
They put up a post that one of the most overrated coaches in the NFL is Sean Payton.
See, that just doesn't really make sense to me. If I'm being
I don't
honest.
see how you can say, look at this guy's career. How is he overrated? How? Tell me how he's overrated.
Yeah, that
I
don't
can
really
name
make
you
sense.
a lot of coaches in the NFL right now that have never been to a Super Bowl, never mind won one. So I want to know how he's overrated. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I mean, he had a lot of he fell off a lot towards the end of his New Orleans stint, but even still, I mean, this guy is
Not to mention the fact that his team got fucked and they should have been in another Super Bowl.
100%.
Dude, twice. They got fucked twice.
Yeah.
Once against the Rams and that fucking Minnesota Miracle. That don't happen to everyone, man. That's
No.
just,
Yeah, that was just a crazy. That was nuts.
yeah.
So I wouldn't even say he got fucked in that one. That was just a miracle. It really was.
Yeah,
that PI though was the worst.
PI?
call
Come
in
on now.
history.
And you know what? Not only that, the Saints. I would almost bet my house on it. The Saints win that Super Bowl that year.
Definitely, I agree.
Oh,
gonna win.
without a doubt. Who went to the Super Bowl? Was it the Rams?
It was New England, wasn't it?
Rams, New England. Yeah, they would have beaten New England 100%. They were the best
The
team in football that year.
The AFC was so shitty that year. That's why New England just ran right through and
Ran
went
through
right back to
everybody.
the fucking Super Bowl again.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think the Saints would have fucking blown them out of the water.
They would have
Super Bowl
beat
Sunday.
any team in football. They got fucked by the refs. The refs absolutely fucked them.
They were the best team in football that year. They really
By
were.
far.
Drew Brees was phenomenal. I mean, it
Dude,
was
Drew Brees
ridiculous.
does not get enough respect in this league, man. He just
No.
doesn't.
One of the greatest ever.
Oh, without a doubt. I would. He's right there in the top 10. He's fucking phenomenal.
Easily.
He is really one of the best I've ever seen. I loved Breeze. And I loved it that he was small. He was always the fucking underdog.
You know what I loved?
Breeze, man.
Like when you watch him play, his delivery of the ball, like the way he would go back and
Yeah.
hold the ball. Like he had his left hand was like
Oh,
almost
yeah.
he would cup it like
Yeah.
and just zip it, man. It was incredible.
Yep. He was just the best, dude. He was so
And he said,
good.
what? He wouldn't have retired. He said if his shoulder
arm
wasn't
strength.
so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had
Didn't
no
he say
strength
that
in
the
his arm.
surgery actually made him worse?
Uh,
I think he said the surgery actually like ruined his shoulder.
it took like his like shoulder kept going numb and he had no strength in it. He couldn't throw the ball like past 40 yards.
Angelo's computer went numb.
And he's
What Well, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll get the rest of the divisions next week when we come back live. Holy shit.
Oh.
All right. Now he's fucking with my banner too, man.
Hey.
What happened?
My fucking computer reset itself, so I joined from my phone quick while I fix it.
Jesus Christ. You fucked up my banner. I had the fucking garden in the background.
I'm getting back on here. Hold the fuck on. Gotta fix this bullshit.
Jesus Christ.
My computer sucks because it's so old, man.
Alex, what's happening, man?
What's up, Alex? Yeah, Pat. Towards the end of it, man, Breeze, dude, his arm was gone, man.
Yeah, he said he literally can't play catch with his kids. That's true.
You could see when he was playing in that, like he was struggling to throw 20-yard outs. Like he couldn't get the ball downfield.
You know what they must have had him juiced up on to even perform at all in those games,
I couldn't
man?
imagine.
Oh, my God. That
dude,
poor bastard.
He, was
He must have been in fucking ice baths for a week after every game.
He was on every fucking drug possible. They were shooting him up with IV after IV every day.
Yeah.
Every fucking day he was getting it.
So, Alex, we were saying before, we're probably going to have a long show next week because we're going to do fantasy mock drafts. We're going to bring on guests if they want to come on and talk about it. So if you want to get involved, let me know. Angelo doesn't want to be, apparently. So, yeah, so next week, we got to discuss what time we want to do our show next week. I'm thinking maybe we'll get on at 6:30 or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah. So Alex, I'll, not like I'm not going to see you. I see you every fucking day. So, all right. So what is going on with Angelo here? What are we doing?
He probably swapped from his phone back to his computer.
Oh, Alex is starting. He's talking shit already, dude.
Yeah, I'm not worried about you. I'll be all right.
New fantasy dynasty starts. All right. All right. I like it. I like it.
Not if you get the 9th pick. No,
And make sure we rig that shit.
Yeah.
There you are. He's back.
Ready.
Fuck, man. This computer's slow as shit.
What do you got over there? Commodore 64? What are you working on, man?
No, it's a fucking Apple. It's a piece of shit.
Got one of them compact desktops?
It's a fucking piece of shit.
The big speakers hooked to the monitor on the side?
The original
I'm trying to
HP.
fix this here. Hold on. All right, there we go. Now I can add this back.
There we go. All right.
All right, so we just went through the East. Let's get to the West, man. Yeah, I'm fucking playing. You know when they have like Nintendo out, you can play at Walmart. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So we get to the West again. This is pretty universal. We have everything basically lined here.
Yeah.
I'm more on your side here, Mike. I think the Chiefs are a 12, maybe even an 11-win team. I just don't think they need to come out and win 14 games for them to.
Yeah, it won't matter.
Any noise. It won't matter.
All they got to do is stay relatively healthy, and they'll be right in the AFC Championship again against Cincinnati. Fast forward, just go.
Yeah. So again, Denver Raiders are going to suck. They're going to send Devontae to the Jets. That's exactly what I want. Perfect. Next, we got the NFC North here, man. All right, so relatively close again, but Mike, you got the Lions 10-7 here.
Yes, I think the two teams I think that are going to take a step back this year are the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. Again, both winning records, both going to be competitive. I think Detroit this year is going to be a playoff win. A playoff appearance and out. I really do.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to be fueled from last year, man.
I don't want them to be. I love Detroit. I love Dan Campbell. I love Jared Goff. I love rooting for them. I think they're going to get smacked a little bit this year with some reality, and I think they're not going to be looking for any changes, obviously, but I have a feeling Jared Goff's going to have a down year.
Really?
For some reason, I just have a feeling that Goff is just going to have a rough fucking season, man. I don't know.
That's an interesting one.
I
actually think they're going to be better than last year.
I don't know.
Stat-wise, he was a top 5 quarterback last year.
I know.
Yeah.
I get it. My prediction here, as we sit here on August 22nd, I think Goff has, I'm not saying a terrible year, a down year, enough to where they're like, going forward, what do we want to do here?
Wow.
Not that he won't be there next year. I'm not saying that. I'm not over panicking here. I just think, he's a year older. He's not the youngest guy, not the oldest guy either, but I think Detroit gets a little humble pie this year.
They have a great O-line, man. I mean, I feel like if you give him time to throw the ball, he's going to make the throws,
Oh, without a doubt. I think so too, man.
Wow, you got the Minnesota Vikings, dude, really low.
I think they stink, man. Yeah. I think they're going to be bad. I think it's going to be a rough season for the man. I had faith in the kid. I know
I just don't. I think their roster is too good to be that low.
That's why I put them at 8 wins. I think the main thing holding them back is Sam Darnold. I think he's fucking terrible. So I think they're going to drop the quarterback.
Oh, Darnold will definitely be their holding back factor.
But even look at their division games. Their division games are all rough, man. I think they could easily lose most of their division games alone. I mean,
true.
I don't know, man.
That's a good point. To be honest, I didn't really think about that one there.
I had faith in the kid. Kid's obviously out for the season, which sucks. I feel bad for him. They have a decent offense, but I don't know, man. If you got a so-so defense and you can't make up for it with quarterback play, that's why I had them so low. I think it's going to be a rough season for Minnesota, man.
Basically played his rookie season. I don't know, Pat. I don't see them having more than 11 wins. It's hard to win 12, 13 games in the NFL, especially when you have a division that's going to be, again, this is a division, regardless of this, it don't matter who's quarterbacking which team. These games are always fucking good, man.
They're tight.
Last year, you had the Bears beating the Packers with fucking Tyson Bagent, man. Like, these games are always really good. Yeah. So
I might be alone in this one, too. I'm a little undecided as LaFleur as a head coach. I got to be honest.
Really? No, he's okay. I agree. He's
well, you know what? That's kind of my problem is that I think he's okay. I don't know. I think there's something weird there with him.
I can understand
I don't know.
That, though. I could definitely understand that.
That's one of those spots where I can see them keeping him, and I'd be okay with them getting released too. Like either or.
Right. I can see either or happening. Like this year is a great year for them. They win maybe a playoff game or two. All right.
Yeah.
It's our second big year with Love. Here we go. We're on the right path. They missed the playoffs. All of a sudden, they hit the panic button. Boom, they fire LaFleur. I can see it going either way. I don't know.
Yeah. Agreed. I agree.
Well, we got the South here, man. Again, first two relatively close. I think the Falcons, this is their division to lose. You just can't lose it. I think the Bucs will still be competitive, but the Falcons roster is, they've just made addition after addition this offseason. They got two really, what you should think solid quarterbacks. They just signed fucking Justin Simmons. They traded for Matt Judon. They had a really good draft overall. They have a lot of young talent, man. They should be, they should be a 12-win team. I gave them 11 wins. They should be a 12-win team in this division. They really should.
It's not the greatest division by any chance. I mean, Carolina, I think, is going to be a total shit show again. I think Carolina
I actually
might
have
even
them
be scratching
third in
their
the
heads
division.
as to what to do with the quarterback position after this year.
I think Carolina stinks, dude. I think they're gonna have the first
I think
pick
like
again.
really like the worst
See,
team
I
in
don't-
football. I think they're the worst team in football.
I don't think so, man. I think there's teams that are going to be worse than them. I really do.
I mean, like
I don't
who,
think they're going to be that
though?
bad.
Like-
They had a decent offseason. They got a lot more players on the team. And towards the end of the year, Bryce Young didn't look bad whatsoever, man. They had last year. They had the worst roster in football last year by a landslide.
I at least I don't recall them making any big moves to change that roster.
Nothing
up
to
at
change it
I'll
up.
tell you right
Like
now.
not
don't
to
think-
hand them a bunch of wins or something.
No,
I think they made a huge mistake at quarterback. I think Bryce Young is a total bust. I don't think he'll ever be a good starter in this league.
They got Deontay Johnson. That's going to help a little bit, but I don't know if it's going to help that much.
Johnson. Hold on. Let me see here.
I just don't think they drastically changed anything, and I don't think Bryce Young stinks, but I just think the team overall is not that good.
You know, I said it on draft night 2 years ago, and I'm going to stick with it. I think he was the wrong pick. I think he is I just don't see anything there. There was nothing at all in any game that I watched, highlights, whatever, that he showed me where I was like, oh, okay, that looked pretty good. No, I just think he sucks. I think he's a bust, and I think he will
You're
be
talking about in
another
the NFL or in college?
NFL. In the NFL.
Okay.
I think he will be a journeyman backup within another year or two. I think Bryce Young is not going to be a starter in this league.
All right. We'll see,
We'll
man.
see. We'll see. Yeah.
I think he's going to be all right, man. I really do. I think he's going to.
I don't have a problem with him. I just don't think the team's that good.
Yeah, what a shitty game that is, huh? Way to go, NFL. Giants, Panthers in Germany. They got to fly to fucking Germany for that?
Horrible. Fucking
I
horrible.
wasn't-
Jesus.
I wasn't waking up for that game to begin with.
No, I'll see what happens when I wake up. Actually, you know what? I usually wake up that early anyway, so I'll watch it because I'm awake, not because I'm choosing to get up for it.
Yeah, I'll be up watching it.
All right, next we got the NFC East here, man. I can't read anything. I'm like blind. I'm gonna put my glasses back on. All right, so me and Mike, we both got the
see
Eagles.
the Cowboy fan hater coming through in this one, huh?
Who's a Cowboy
You,
fan?
him hating on the Giants, 4-13.
I think it's realistic. I really think it's realistic, man. I think they have a tough schedule, to be honest.
I think
they
Washington
do.
at 4-13 is more disrespectful than the Giants, to be honest. I don't think Washington's a 4-win team whatsoever.
Well, again, I mean, I think you take this back to division games here. I don't think the Giants are going to beat Dallas twice, Philly twice. I could see them beating Washington, but
Yeah, I think Washington's going to suck again. I really
they
do.
got
I
Washington. I don't know, man. I mean,
That's
I don't
another
know,
team.
man.
I don't think their roster's bad. I think they needed a quarterback. They haven't had a guy. Heineke was average. Last year, who were they throwing out? Fucking what's his name? Who was the fucking quarterback last year? Why am I forgetting? Brissett, and who started before Brissett? That was hurt. Oh, Howell.
Oh,
Sam Howell. They
Howell.
didn't have
So just
I don't
running
think Howell's that. I gotta be honest. I don't think Howell's that bad.
me either, but I don't think he's as good as Jaden Daniels.
just running through real quick. So you're starting with the Vikings. They should win that game, but that's a so-so if they win that game. They maybe beat Washington next. I don't think they beat the Browns. I don't think they beat the Cowboys. I don't think they beat the Seahawks. I don't think they beat the Bengals.
The Seahawks
think-
are gonna suck, dude.
No,
No,
I
I don't think so, man.
No way. They're not going to beat the Eagles. They're not going to. They could maybe beat the Steelers, but that's a good Steelers
That's a
defense.
tough
That's a
game,
so-so. Again, maybe you beat Washington here, maybe not. You should beat the Panthers. I don't think you beat the Bucks. I don't think you beat the Cowboys. Even the Saints, man. I think the Saints is a tough game.
I think that should be a win for them.
I think
I
the
don't
Bucks and the Bucks is another team. The Bucks, what do they have going? They come on.
Yeah, but then listen to the end of your season here. You have the Saints, you have the Ravens, you have the Falcons, the Colts, and the Eagles. That could all be losses right there.
Yeah,
I
they
would
should
give
be-
them.
they should
I'd
beat the
give them
Colts.
the Saints to win, but I think the rest of those are probably losses.
Those are all losses, man. I don't know. I just again I know it seems bad because I'm a Cowboy fan, but I was just being realistic here. It's a tough schedule in my opinion. I think
Any kind of
tough,
close game, I gave the Giants. That's why I have them at 7-10.
I don't have
close,
any
I
reason
threw
to
their way.
believe that they're going to win close games. I don't.
I think
I mean,
they'll win
it's-
some
it's-
games just because they have a pretty damn solid defense,
Yeah, I think so too. I think their D line and linebackers,
and I think they're coached really well. I think Dable's a really good head coach.
Me too.
Got it.
I want to see Dable calling the offense. I am a little skeptical of the defensive play calling just because you don't know what you're going to get from this new guy. I mean, it shouldn't matter. The defense is pretty loaded.
You know what's wild is that we went from Wink Martindale, who blitzed more than any defensive coordinator in football, to Bowen, who blitzed the least amount of any coordinator in football last year.
Well, that's why it's very questionable to me because I don't think the Giants' DB and safety room was very good. So that's why that might not mesh well.
No, I think that's better, though. They're not blitzing, not running, they're not rushing. They're going to be dropping more guys back rather than rushing linebackers.
Yeah, but if you're giving good if the guys dropping back suck and you're giving guys like Burrow and these guys, Lamar, any of these guys in the regular season,
anybody like that.
You know? Yeah, it's a tough one.
If you had to be on it, who has better chance of being surprise division winner, Giants or Commanders? Oh, I think the Giants.
I know. I would say Commanders. I think they'd be better right now.
I think I don't know. The Giants.
It really depends.
Really
to be honest. I don't know Washington's schedule by heart. I'd have to hear their schedule too.
Giants defense is real, and look, the Giants DBs I don't think are as bad as everyone's making them out to be either. I mean,
they're really not.
They're really not great though right now, dude.
To be honest, they're really not.
I've been saying that they got to sign someone, man. They need a veteran.
If you look at their roster, I mean, the Commanders don't have a better roster than the Giants. They don't.
Overall,
do they have more talent on offense? They have a quarterback who's never played.
I would say it's pretty close offensive. I think
quarterback who's never played. I think we have better wide receivers than them.
I think Terry McLaurin's better than any receiver the Giants have.
I think you can have a guy like Neighbors, Hyatt, Robinson. I think Neighbors especially can be just as good as McLaurin can. I mean, he
definitely can be, but he just hasn't played yet. And Hyatt hasn't done anything.
But again, in the same respect, Washington has a quarterback that hasn't played yet.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I think it's a little different though.
I think our defense is better.
Defense is definitely better, without a doubt.
Here's the line. Here's Washington's lineup. So they start with the Bucks. Then they have the Giants. They have the Bengals, the Cardinals, the Browns, the Ravens, the Panthers. They have the Bears, Giants.
They got a tough schedule too, honestly.
Steelers, Eagles, Cowboys, Titans, Saints, Eagles, Falcons, and they end with the Cowboys.
That's a tough schedule. Yeah, that's a tough schedule.
I don't know. I think I have it. I think I have it okay. I mean, maybe the Giants win. Maybe the Giants win. Maybe two more if you're giving them a couple close games. But I can't see them winning more than 6 games though. Not with that schedule.
The only thing I'd be skeptical of with the Giants again is quarterback play and their DBs. Other than that, I think their roster is honestly pretty good. And running back, you just don't know what you're getting from them. But that's not make or break your season.
I think Singletary is going to be good for the Giants.
Yeah, I have no problem with Singletary.
I think he's going to get a lot of goal line touchdowns.
Yeah, he should be good. He should definitely. Yeah. I mean, he should be fine. You know what I mean? Like it's not like again, he's not going to make or break the season. But that would be the only weak points I'd point out on the Giants.
What I like about Singletary is that he's always on the field, man.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. So we'll see.
I think their offensive line got better. I think the receiver room got better, getting Neighbors. Tight end room probably got worse without Waller, but again, he didn't play as much last year.
He didn't even play though, so who gives a shit?
Washington got Zach Ertz. They signed Ertz as it's not a bad move.
End of year.
I don't know, man. I mean, we have that way. We could all be completely wrong. It could be flipped. That division, it's never the same division winner. It's a different division winner.
Every year.
Everywhere, I know.
Every year. This one, I mean, we're all pretty...
Steven, I'm surprised where you have the Cardinals, man.
I think Kyler Murray is actually going to be good this year, man.
The show me and Steven did just us, Mike. When you weren't here, I said Kyler Murray's I think he's going to have a really good fucking year, man. I do.
I actually just read something the other day because I've been scouting for fantasy. They said that they said he's leaps and bounds of where he was last year, that he's really putting the work in. And then you add Marvin Harrison.
His injury changed a lot.
They drafted the kid and the running back in the draft. They have decent, plus they still have Connor. The defense is always decent. I think they could do all right, man. I think they'll be all right.
Connor's got to try to stay on the field, man.
He's got to be healthy, man.
Hurt a while last year,
but he's a touchdown machine when he is, though. The guy
he's unbelievable
when he's healthy.
Yeah. That's another running back, by the way, that Tomlin had on Pittsburgh for a couple of years. He had
James Conner. James
Conner.
Yeah, Conner for a couple of years. Yep.
Yeah, I got the Rams. I got the Rams falling off, man. I think
really.
Yeah, you know why? Because I feel like it's already starting. Like for them, it's injuries. Like Nakua's already hurt.
Yeah. That I think if they do fall off, that would be it. It would be injuries.
It wasn't that they suck. It's they get like I feel like the last couple of years, man, they're just hurt all the time, and it's big guys. Cooper Kupp the year before,
Stafford even last year and the year before too.
Yeah, Stafford. I don't know, man. I just see them going down. I don't see them staying healthy. I see the Seahawks just squeezing over the 500, 9-8.
Yeah, me too. I think again, this was the division that I think will be relatively competitive within each other, and then all these teams should have a decent season. I don't think any of them will be horrible. Again, I think your point with the Rams is fair. If they get hurt, they'll definitely fucking fall off. But other than that, man, I think we have pretty good list here, man. I think it's all
San Fran should win this easy. I don't think they're in danger of losing the division.
If everyone's there, if Trent Williams shows up, Brandon Ayuk stays there, I still think they're the best roster in football. They're just loaded at every fucking position.
It's deep, man. Yeah.
It's just they need everything. They need all the guys to come through. Breaking news. What do you got?
A little bit of breaking news. The Chiefs and center Creed Humphrey. The details are not out yet, but they've just agreed to terms on a massive new deal. They said that will make him the league's highest paid center and the highest paid center in NFL history.
Wow, good for him. He's a great center. He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I feel like centers never really get the bank, man. So good for him.
No, they never
It's
do.
arguably the most important position in football of the quarterback.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is.
Anyway, so back to this division here. You know what, Steven? I put the Rams at 11-6, but I see exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. I understand.
Because their roster is good, but they're also a roster that's like you lose one or two guys, and all of a sudden the whole fucking kingdom comes down.
Yeah. I could be completely wrong. If they're fully healthy, they could be 11-6. It's not a talent problem. It's just
the main thing with LA is their biggest thing is offensive line has to stay healthy and protect Stafford.
If you give him time, he'll shred you. Yeah.
Because he's so fucking good, it won't matter who's out there. I mean, he'll make shit happen.
100%. He's just that good, man.
I'm definitely a little more pessimistic about the Cardinals than you are. But hey, good for Kyler Murray, man. Hopefully he's kicking ass, man. I mean, whatever.
That's it. I don't care who you are. If you go from being a scumbag to, and even if it's an injury that had to wake you up, if you're going to take something like that
you
and
put
turn
the work
it into
in,
positive,
man.
And you're going to come back and be good. All the credit to you, man. I hope you come out and have a really good year.
Yeah, by the way, tomorrow is Patrick's 20th birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker.
Happy early birthday, man.
Yeah, Pat will be 20. Pat, I got a present for you over here, so you're going to have to get over here at some point.
Make sure you bring gloves. He needs you to clean the pool filter.
Happy birthday, manual labor.
Exactly.
That is fucking awesome, man.
So next week, we're going to do a fantasy mock draft. Angelo, you missed the part, but we're going to have a guest most likely on.
Yes.
Melanie talking about her new book, Sea of Whispers novel. Check it out on Amazon. Google it wherever you get your books. We're going to have some info from her next week on this, so I'm excited about that. We're going to have a busy week next week.
Definitely.
Again, the three of us will talk, but maybe we start our show at 6:30.
Yeah, definitely.
Or if we start at 7, that's fine, but it's going to go well past 8 o'clock because we're going to have some guests on next week. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll definitely have a couple guests. Talk to her about her book. Get some more content on here, man. We're going to have a good week.
Yeah, and Patrick, happy early birthday. I will talk to you in the morning.
Yes. Happy birthday, dude. I'll talk to you tomorrow, too.
Any closing comments, guys?
Yeah, one last thing, man. Obviously, you guys know I was a little late. I told you guys I started it, but anyone who doesn't know, of course, we're big sports fans here. Steven basically has his sports sleeve done. I started my sports leg sleeve last week, and I had to start with the captain, Derek Jeter. I grew up, there's no better person to look up to as a kid around my age, man. Even you guys, he's around your age, Mike, a little bit. Actually, he's a little older now. He's closer to 50, but you basically grew up watching Jeter as well as a kid. So I started my leg sleeve, and this is the beginning of it, man.
Nice.
That's so cool.
It came out really fucking cool so
El
far.
Capitan.
She did a great job. I love it so far. She did a really good job.
That's awesome,
great,
man.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's why I was running late. She had to finish me up as fast as I could, and I drove my ass here. I had to hit every fucking red light, but she did an awesome job, man. So I'll definitely be going back to her. I want to do the whole leg up. Bunch of athletes. I think I might go Rivas next.
Awesome,
man.
Yeah, so she did fucking awesome. So shout out to her, man. Next show I'll link her Instagram and shit if anyone wants to check her out on the island. She's only right here in Farmingville. She's not far. right in
Cool.
Suffolk County. So anyone wants to check her out, shoot me a
Fantasy
message.
standings predictions. Who always finished last? There's always one.
I mean, we never usually have that problem. We usually at least like me and Angelo, I think, went against each other for like 3 years in a row for
For yours.
Yeah.
Last year was my first bad year in Mike's league. My team,
Yeah, you had a
everyone was
rough.
hurt.
You had a rough.
Every
season.
single dude, my first I think it was like 4 out of my first 5 rounds of picks were hurt.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, what did I do? I started out like 7-0, and I was out in the first round of the playoffs. I think.
Yeah,
I had the best record, and I was knocked out in the first round because I had injuries, man. I got the injury bug.
it's fucking ridiculous.
I think last year in my league I came in third or something like that.
So the Bears are on right now playing the Chiefs.
And the Colts and Bengals.
Bengals are on, yeah.
What channel is that on?
I'm not sure.
I don't
got the
know. I just
notification.
know they were playing.
Yeah, NFL Network's got the Chiefs and the Bears right now.
Good luck, Mike. What pick do you got?
Cool, man. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go help him now. I gotta go see he's drafting in his friends league. I'm gonna go help his ass out. Yeah.
Yeah, good luck, Mike.
He said to me today, he was like, "Holy shit, I got a draft tonight. I haven't looked at anything." So fuck, we gotta start looking. Let's go.
Number 1 pick, Peterman.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So,
All right, gents. Well, next week we'll be back.
Yeah.
With plenty to do next week. So
Absolutely.
stay tuned
Thank
and
you,
look out for that poll on the Cower and Mike Tomlin, Bill Cower,
And
versus
more.
Mike Tomlin.
We'll have some more polls, man. We'll get some more
Yeah.
out there. Maybe
Spread some
a bunch of
debates.
just a bunch of coaching debates, coaching, one-on-one stuff like that. We'll get it up there.
And remember, go to YouTube, Sports of Ages, subscribe, and tell all your friends, huh?
Absolutely. Share it. Love it. All that.
All right, Angela, you got this for us on the closing?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right,
Peace,
later,
guys.
boys.
Good night.
yeah.